was thinking that maybe when you get back, you could come with me. Fuck work, fall in love right now, and spend all our money. Jump with me. Jump with me.
What's up, Hans family? Holy shit, it feels so nice to be able to say that. I have missed you guys so damn much. I know I haven't put out a video in a very long time, but I am back from Europe and I have a vlog coming up and some fun shit, but finally a makeup tutorial. So since being back, I needed a little bit of creative juices flowing in my life. I felt a little bit of a lack of inspiration. And I saw that makeupmouse won the NYX Face Awards in the UK, and she's so fucking talented. So I was looking at her page and I saw this lace mask that she created. It was so stunningly beautiful, and I saw that it was also inspired by Pat McGrath's work. Both artists just take my breath away, and I was feeling so inspired, so this is my inspired version of the lace mask. Okay, so starting out, it's a little different. I'm super tan. Usually I'm a pale ass hoe, but I'm tan for this one. And I have like a little sassy ponytail, nothing too crazy. I then cover my brows, which I'm going to do in a tutorial coming later this week for you guys, finally. And I'm taking the Makeup Forever Aqua XL color paints. I used this like maybe 2 tutorials back. And it's this really great paint that dries down, so it'll stay in place. And I actually really like using it as bases now because it comes out really opaque. You don't have to keep going over it over and over again. And then you can just layer other colors right on top of it because, again, it stays in place. I went with more of an organic shape just around my face. I still wanted plenty of my still skin showing. And grabbing this NYX white eyeshadow, it had a little bit of a sheen to it as well. And this Smith brush, I just packed this all over the white because I didn't want it super matte. I wanted it to be a little shimmery. So I'm a little rusty. So I would have done this step first, but I put a little bit of my Nars Concealer on top of my skin that's still showing just to cover a little bit of the acne spots and stuff. This is in the color Custard, I believe. Usually I'm one of them Chantilly bitches, but not today. Here comes all the lace work. This part, I'm using a water-activated body paint and a really sharp brush. This is also for Makeup Forever. A water-activated body paint is gonna be good for this, or even you could use like a white liquid liner, whichever you prefer. But this will be great because it'll go on very fluid instead of trying to sit there and layer over and over. It's a lot easier when you are doing more intricate detail work to go with something that's a little more wet. And just like any lighter body paint, you may have to kind of layer it just a little bit, but you won't have to worry too much about it. And with the lace, I'm just starting in a focal point. So there's lots of lace you can look at. You can look at examples. I've kind of drawn this kind of lace numerous times, so I just went with it, and I took, again, inspiration from Heather and the lace pieces that she glued onto her face. But I start with a focal point, kind of coming off of the white just a little bit, and your brush is going to be really important for this step because you want a brush that has a thicker body kind of at the bottom of the brush head, so it'll hold the paint for you so you don't have to keep dipping back and forth, but a really fine tip, just the tip, so that you'll get those precise lines. Lace usually has this kind of thicker pattern around the design, and then we'll have just the little tiny tendrily pieces that'll connect the 2 larger pieces. That'll give it more of that lace look to kind of trick the eye just a little bit. You can do this obviously too however you want. I just really like it where it's coming off of the white and kind of blending into the original white that we put down, because that will give more of the illusion of the lace mask. But again, do it however you want, whatever tickles your fancy. With the lace on this side, I wanted it to be a little more floral, so I did go in with that circle and then drew a flower coming off the end, still always connecting some of those little tendrils and the thick pieces. And a way to make it look more floral and I guess kind of frilly is to add the little kind of half circles at the edges. Another tip I would give you guys when you're drawing these out is to start out small, kind of map out where you do want your design originally, and then you can build it as you go. It's also good to tap the white body paint into the original color paint, just so that they blend even nicer because they are 2 different kinds of paints, even though they are both white. So just blend it out with your finger as much as you can. If you watch my tutorials, you probably know by now that I love the shit out of some asymmetrical looks, keeping one side a little heavier, the other maybe some more skin exposed. So with that, I didn't want huge lace pieces coming out of every single white part we originally put down, so you can always end it with just some little frilly half circles, like we did on the pieces before. This is another step I would have done before the white in general, which is to contour my face using this Makeup Forever shadow and this Larger Smith fluffy brush. But I actually ended up really liking the effect of a little bit of brown on top of the lace, where my cheekbones would naturally be sunken in if I didn't have a moon face. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea eyeshadow palette. I wanted to use it just because it has these nice shimmery purples, which I know in camera they don't look purple whatsoever, but they are, kinda. And I'm using this Sigma brush just to add the color around my lips and pretty much just around the kind of features of my face. I'm starting out with the lighter purple, and I know I keep looking to the left of the screen. It's because I'm watching Intervention. I love watching TV while I paint, and shit was getting crazy, so I had to keep looking. This is really just to bring some dimension back to the look, and also Heather's look. I loved how she had the darkness around the lips. It was so striking and pretty. So I really wanted to bring a little bit of that shimmer effect into mine as well. This also helps to make it look like it's, you know, some aged doilies or something, like you get out of your grandmother's closet. Now for my love-hate relationship part of the tutorial. I had these little pearls and I wanted to use those, and I had recently just gotten these little crystals from Makeup Forever, which are super shiny. I add down some lash glue, but if you're wearing this like for a long period of time, you could use spirit gum, Prozaid, whatever. You're gonna drop a lot of these, probably. I kept dropping them all over my table. But I'm doing them in clusters, and if you guys follow Alex Box on Instagram, she goes by the Alex Box, she likes to put clusters of rhinestones and stuff on the face, and I love the look of it. So I mixed my pearls and rhinestones just going around the clusters of the face. I liked the different shapes and variants of the gems that I had too, and just kept with the features where basically I was trying to stay around kind of the outsides and some parts of the inner of my nose, adding the little pearls and gems. I probably would have even put more, but I ran out. These white lashes were painted white with that color paint. These are Risque from Coco Lashes, my favorite ever. And the color paint's good for painting on lashes because, again, it does dry down, so you don't have to worry about it creasing or fucking up as you go. I don't know how lashes would crease, but hopefully you get the picture. I was gonna leave the other eye bare, but lashes they look so pretty on the eye. So I took more of that artist shadow from Makeup Forever I used earlier on the cheekbones and just gave a little bit of a wing liner and then put the other Risque normal black ones on my other side of my lashes. Add a few little touch-ups here and there. I just darkened around my features a bit more. And that is it. You are completely done. I cut my hair kind of swept back so that the focus was just on the lace and like my nice tan. But I really hope you guys like this. I'm so excited to be back making tutorials for you guys. Make sure to please go follow Heather and Pat McGrath. They are both absolutely amazing, so inspiring. And I just love you guys. I just love the fuck out of you. And I may just be needing to reawaken a Game of Thrones series I was working on last year in honor of the release. Let me know down below your thoughts. And I love the fuck out of you. Okay, bye.